All right, EaglesWebb Boxing. You guys know what's up. That's right. Tell them Saddle 9. Smash that like button. You come in here, you smash the like button right away. Salute to my people out there. All right. Yeah, here we go. We get in another one. All right, well, I don't see my boy. Where's my boy at? Sir Flame. Came in here and a A-bomb went off on us the other day. Yesterday, this blew me up, blew everybody up. Whole chat, this blew all of us out the water. That's it. It's all good, though. It's all fun. And we back at it. Eagle's perspective, you know. EaglesWebb's perspective on the whole thing here. Yep. So, I'm gonna start off. I salute everybody for showing up. But we're gonna start off today where we had that explosion yesterday. You know, we had that explosion yesterday, so we're gonna start off right there. I was just getting into a reason that may cost Ruiz the fight with AJ. And I was just talking about the location. I was talking about the location, and was like, they're changing the location so many times that if Andy Ruiz, if he has to concentrate on that, then he can't concentrate on training. And he can't concentrate on those things that he needs to do. You see? And that's just going to add stress to him. Every time they say location, it's just poking away at him. Because he's still new, even though he's a champ. But you got to realize he's new at this. He's not new at boxing, but he's new at being a champ. And who goes into being a champ and right away they get hit with nothing but stress? You see what I mean? He's right away getting hit with stress from all different angles. All different angles he's getting hit with stress. When he shouldn't be getting hit with all this. He's supposed to just be, only thing he should be thinking about is schooling AJ once again. That's all he should be concentrated about. What do you got to worry about that for? All this location and all this. He shouldn't have to worry about that. Yep. How's the sound today, fellas? I look like I'm in the red right here. Okay, Jay Cooley, I see you. Yep. We see you coming up in here. We appreciate you coming through. Just add positivity to the chat. As we get some people come in here and they just want to hang on the wall. But guess what? Even though we got blown up yesterday, yeah, I still got that little bit of hate. Somebody gave me the hate. And I appreciate before I get back to it, I just want to say that I appreciate the people that come through, especially the ones that were not sub to me, because I appreciate all my sub. The ones that's not sub to me, I appreciate you coming through with your positive words of encouragement and saying the nice stuff that you said. I had a lot on my mind. I have to do a lot of things, to get prepared, and I have to get ready. Also I'm preparing for work and preparing to go see my banker. I got a lot of stuff on my plate, but I don't never want to leave people out. The ones that reach out and got something positive to say, and I'm sorry that I don't remember who exactly it was. It might have been you, Jay Cooley, but I'm not 100% sure if it was you. If it's not you, I mean, it's whoever did it. I appreciate them leaving me a long bit of love. They were saying that after listening to my breakdown of Errol Spence and Wilder, they said right away that they wanted to subscribe to me, because I have never mentioned subscribers, since I've been here. I don't usually mention subscribe, I think my chat my guys are good. I got good guys out here, so they might have mentioned something like that. But I'll start saying it, If you like anything that the EaglesWebb says, then go ahead and hit that subscribe, and then hit that bell icon also, because that way you'll get notified when I come on live, and I share the EaglesWebb boxing perspective on things. Yeah. I see you, Shadow 9. You know, always. I see you. You always shouting out. You guys always shout out to each other. It seems like when EaglesWebb comes on, that we always got the best people up in here. We always got the best people that come up in here. You know, so far. Besides the ones you guys already know that how this web works. Yeah, I got my web watchers out there, and then I got the people up on the ceiling. So if you people on the ceiling, if you came in early today, you like anything, go ahead and sub, come down, come down off the wall, and join us, and chop it up a little bit with us. So yeah, back to that, the point of going to Saudi Arabia and all these different locations and stuff. There's just, as you see, that Andy Ruiz actually got tired of it. And so he's just like, just forget it. I'm not signing. I'm not going to Saudi. See, that's all psychological stuff. So they're going to do a lot of things to compromise the fight in his mind, because they can't do nothing about his skills, but maybe mentally they can do something to break him down. I don't know if anybody said that, but I'm saying it right now. Maybe mentally they can do something to him, break him down a little bit, get him uncomfortable with the situation. And then that's going to make for a better fight for Anthony Joshua, supposedly. But if Ruiz lasts a few rounds, then he'll shake all that stuff off. No matter what kind of psychological edge they're trying to shoot for. No, he'll shake all that out, and then he'll start throwing hands and get that job done. All right, B&B, you said you good? Yep. Don Dada said it sounds great. Yep. He would. You go down, everybody salute, salute, salute. Yep. Okay, Super Def Ray, I see you come up in here. What's goody? Yeah. Always the boxing stuff with us, man. Always the boxing stuff. These are my EaglesWebb train riders. We all on this ride together. We're all on this train together. We try to get through these webs of deception all day. We try to stay on top, find out what they're trying to do to us. Okay. But we gonna get this done though. Yep. And yesterday, where were we at yesterday? The day before, we were right here. And you see how I got the black sheep up there. Yeah, if you guys can see the black sheep up there. So yeah, we got the black sheep. Might be running a little bit behind, but yeah, we got the black sheep up there. Yeah. And what that's showing right there, that's showing that right now we got fighters here. And they putting on lions clothing, but they ain't nothing but sheep. And they putting that deception out on us. And we talked a little bit about, we didn't really get to roast. We didn't get to roast the biggest, actually the heaviest one, who everybody know that's Tyson Fake Fury. Old powder in the nose Fury. Sir snort a lot, in front a lot. Yeah, he's a 6'9" sheep, pretending to be a lion, but he don't want no smoke. We're gonna cover I'm gonna be cover these couple of things that he don't have, because my people in here, they know how we talk about, when we talk about the mental boxing game, that there's 3 elements to it. And one is you got to be willing to fight. Like, this is what I want to do. I'm a fighter. I want to fight. Then you got to go out there and be a warrior and fight. Then you got to have that killer instinct on top of that. Tyson Fury, he barely has the first one, which is I want to fight. I want to be a fighter. Being a warrior, he doesn't have. And killer instinct, he don't have. And just like a sheep don't have no killer instinct. But a sheep sometimes, those rams, they have a higher warrior stance than a lion sometimes. Every once in a while, when they have to. As far as like Tyson, they definitely got one. So they got a sheep, they got a ram, and also they got a goat online somewhere. Y'all check it out. And it's called Ram. Ram knocks out a cow. And they went horn up. And guess what? That little sheep won. Let me go ahead. Shadow 9 in there. Let me see what he's saying. He said, like I said yesterday, if Ruiz gets past AJ again, there's a lucrative payday waiting for him against the Bronze Bomber. Of course, that's all the motivation he should need. Well, he already know that. But I think also he knows if he goes in there against our champ, there's a probability there's going to be lights out. It's going to be lights out. As a matter of fact, when we talked about Tyson right now, right? And one thing we didn't cover about Tyson is we did not cover. One thing we covered Tyson, but guess what? I skipped right by. The reason I skipped by the one with so many names, AJ. Almond Joys. We call him Almond Joys in here sometime because Andy Ruiz loved that chocolate. And he eat the Almond Joys up. Yep. Super Death Ray, salute. Salute to you too, champ. All right, boss, we see you. Against the Bronze Bomber, you were saying, excuse the typo. I'm not worried about the typos. My mind works pretty good where I gotta put these things together sometime. You know. All right, Don Dada, I see you. He says subscribe to the EaglesWebb boxing. He says smoke that like button. Y'all know which way to smoke it. The smoke it is with that little thumb up. And then he passes. He said that I'm passing on the fire on that mic. And enjoy it. He enjoys the great content. And he got the arrows. Yeah, I got arrows like that. But you should see my weapon. My alleged weapon that I have. It's alleged though. Yeah. Shadow 9 said this lights out. He said, but he's gonna get paid for his page. Yeah. He gonna get paid. He gonna get paid. You know. I'll take some pay. I'll take pay for pain. But now I'm gonna be honest with you. Now this is an honest truth. I'm not gonna sit here in front and act like, you know. I actually thought this is real thought in my mind when I saw AJ. Not in the beginning, but after just figuring them out. I was thinking to myself, you know what? I haven't trained in the ring or nothing like that in so long. I said, you know what? I said, I'll take a couple mil. I'll take 500,000 and fight him. You know what I mean? And I know I shouldn't be fighting, but I said, I'll take 500,000 and fight him. I'm like, this dude. I said, this guy, he don't have it. I said, he don't have it. I said, this guy does not have it. He didn't bring that. He don't like, you remember like when some of the fighters came in, even if you look at tape, you look back at some of the old tape, like you see George Foreman. In your right mind, you know that's a killer. You know, when he was in his prime, you know that's a killer. You like, no, hell no. Not gonna pay me no $1 million to have, to end up in a wheelchair or brain dead, or some kind of I'm gonna have some serious issues if I get in the ring with somebody like that. And then you look at Tyson or somebody like that, you say, no, man, I'm gonna have issues if I fight somebody like that. That's not like a certain amount you gotta give me. I gotta fight somebody like that with a helmet on. Just to make sure. I'll collect the bag, but I want that skull intact. And Wilder right now, talking about skull intact. Wilder right now, he's the one that breaks through all those layers of skull and leave those, that little soft spot in people's head. He leave that little soft spot up there. You know what I mean? And that's from just having so much power. Okay, let me go back in here. Don Dada, he got that. Don Dada say allegedly, he said laugh out loud. And Super Death Ray in there, he said there's too much of that pay for the pain going on. Yeah, it's pay for the pain, but you know what? They get paid to fight. They're professional, right? All professionals go up against each other. Professional basketball players got to play each other, no matter if you're going to get your ankles broke or dunk on. Professional football players got to go against each other. We give a lot of passes out for people that are professional prize fighters, and they fighting for a prize. You're a professional at fighting, but you're going to get a prize, right? And we're giving too much passes to them. Everybody getting all sympathetic, man. I don't know why people are so soft. These are boxers. Go in there and box. Entertain me. I'm paying my dollars. You getting the prize from me, so I should get some kind of entertainment, and I shouldn't get you running or something or ducking and hiding and not wanting to throw punches because you realize you got in there with a real one. All right, I see my main guy right there for non-international boxing. He came in here. He say, "What's good?" It's always all good. It's always all good, We come in here at EaglesWebb Boxing. We do it our way. We don't try to emulate nobody. We just do it our way. But we give shouts out. I give shout out to all the guys in the LDBC, because some things I'm not going to talk about, then I got to refer them to one of you guys or somebody else. But yeah, this is like today we recap and we just cover, we cover what's relevant with boxing right at this moment right now. We got fights coming up, and depends on how much these guys give me, how long I go. I try to, I talk, I'm a fast talker, but it doesn't help in here because these guys get me going sometimes. It's like, hey, I need to get up out of here. But they trick me. They learning how to trick me. Yep. You say Super Death Ray said there's too much of that pay for pain. Okay, I read that. Then you say, okay, pillows on the body too. Okay. Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't need. I got my body's good though. Always been good. Like as far as body, I could always take body shots. And I could always take head shots, and that's from cracking my skull like when I was little a couple times. But I'm just saying right now, I'm not at that point to be taking that kind of, that kind of punishment. But I'm just saying that AJ really don't bother me like that. I'm sorry, he big, but he does not bother me like that. He might bother somebody else like that, like the spectacle or whatever, But for me, he ain't no spectacle to me. Look at him like anybody else. He like a neighbor or something like that. Hey, what's up, man? What's up with you? Man, please. He just don't bring that kind of. And plus, see, there's one thing I know about when it comes to the fortitude. When people talk about fortitude, no, you got to have crazy in you. When it comes to the killer instinct, you got to have crazy in you. There's a few fighters who have crazy in them. Some people have crazy in them to take punishment, and some boxers have crazy in them to dish out punishment, and some have both. There's only a handful, believe me, out of all these divisions, there's only a handful that have the crazy to take and give. See, and that's the difference. AJ don't have that crazy in him. He just got the look. Ivy Webb, the treasure of mine. I see you up in here. Good afternoon to you too. Yeah. Good afternoon to you too. Yeah. Yeah, you got to be crazy though. So that's the difference. If you don't have that little bit of craziness in you, you can forget it. You're not gonna get up there and get a belt and hold on to that belt because somebody's gonna get up there and they're gonna have that little bit of craziness, just enough. I mean, not just enough, a lot of craziness, which that turns on that. And actually, that I'm gonna tell you that craziness turns on a little bit of strength. Well, not a little bit of strength. For some people, it turns on a lot. So if you've ever been around somebody who had, I mean, this happens in nature. This happens with, the human being. And sometimes you have these ones that they actually call them mental, like mental patients or mentally retarded or something. There's different levels when it comes to that. And some of them are just like really they have animal strength. See? But not to say a person's crazy or normal, so-called normal, whatever that might be, is crazy, but they have that in them to where they can turn on that kind of power too. And you look at him like, well, he don't look like he's that powerful. No, that doesn't come from just whatever's on the outside. It's just like there's something that triggers some time in a person. Like, say, for instance, you have a child, you love your child, right? And something fell on like a tree. There's a lot of stories of where somebody just runs over to get that adrenaline rush and they run over and go pick that tree up off of their child, right? So just imagine somebody can turn something like that on, like I'm in trouble. I gotta turn my power on. You see what I mean? And that's what they do. They turn that power on, and once they turn that power on, it's a wrap for whoever they're going after. Now, for you you that don't know that I had issues with streaming. Yesterday we had a nice destruction where the whole chat just blew up. My overlay didn't throw me out, but it just threw everybody who was watching it just decided to throw them out. So, hopefully we don't get that today. But yeah, AJ, like I said, he's another one of these sheep that's wearing lion's clothing. But he has like the best looking lion costume. See what I mean? Everybody else you could just look. I mean, it's easier to look through him. Now you can look through him now because he got exposed. But before, he had a lot of people fooled. Especially over in the UK, he had a lot of people fooled. Because they said, oh, look at that lion. Oh, so man, take that off, man. You know you ain't no damn lion. Take that damn thing off. You know that you ain't nothing but a sheep. Take that off. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. And now we got this fight coming up next month that I want to attend. And we seen some a different energy out of Sean. We see a different energy out of Sean Porter. I mean, he put on a circus the other day where he was up at the mic. He wanted the mic to be turned up, or he wanted the music to keep running. And when he said that, at first I was getting excited a little bit. I'm like, okay, Sean got like a rap or something. He got a flow. He about to I didn't even know Sean could spit. I'm like, okay, Sean about to hit us with that real meaningful stuff against Errol. He about to jar Errol up, and we was all waiting and stuff. And then he just started talking. And the way he was talking, it was kind of, it wasn't Sean. It's like, wait a minute, that's not Sean. Not the way he was talking. We said, Sean don't talk like that. He's trying to sell the fight and everything else and saying what time is it and all that. We know what time it is. It's time for you to get ready to get in there next month and get smashed up. Okay, I'm gonna say this because we covered this, and my people know how we cover this. And we got a 19-point system. And to find out about that 19-point system, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go back and check out my video when I was talking about Sean Porter and Errol Spence, one of my other videos. Okay? And then you're going to find out what that 19-point system is. We got 3. You guys already know 3 because I told you already. You got 3 for the mental, right? The mental makeup of a fighter. And then you got 16 more things. And the best with those Actually, it's 18. I mean, not 16. So it's 20. It actually comes out to 21, which is good. That's good for Fanon because Fanon likes 3. So that's two. That's 2 and 1. Yeah, that's a 3 in numerology. And I know Fanon International likes that. He likes that 3. Them 3s. For me, it's a 5, but for him, it's a 3. Yeah. So we got 18, and the best that he did, he got 12. Somebody gave him 12.6. 12.6. But go back and look at the whole breakdown of how I do it. And when you watch fights start using those things, when you watch a fight, then use that model to start helping you break down fights better. And then we're going to go into some techniques and stuff like that for information. It's not for you to, it's for education. It's not for you to go out there, oh yeah, look, and learn and go out there and say that you got these techniques down and you go out there and get mopped and you come back and blame me. No, we're not going to do it that way. So it's just for instructions. All right. My LJ fighter came in. I missed him. There he is. Salute to you. I don't know how I missed you. You way down there talking to Ivy. So I didn't know how. I don't know how I missed you. I don't know when you came in, but I apologize for, I don't mean to miss anybody. Yo. Okay, everybody giving out all their salutes and stuff, and okay. So I think I'm caught up right there. Jay Cool. Okay, now we got a response here. Jay Cooley says, he says whole camp knows he's not winning. That's not good right there. Can I post Don? Okay, that's you guys know how this time goes, man. You guys, but I love my people. You guys already know me. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I don't have to be honest, this keyboard is not the right keyboard. So if you guys do have like a pen or something like that, and you have a paper in front of you, that'd be the best thing. And I give you guys like a second to get that, and we'll write this down, and then just abbreviate the way that you can. Any way that you can, just do your own abbreviations, and we'll go through this. We're gonna go through this. We'll go through this 18 points. B&B boxing, we understand that. Sean sound like Keith Thurman. You right about now. He sound like Keith Thurman. Yeah, and we understand that. At least in this chat, we know, and we're gonna put all the exposures out for everything that we know. And I'm gonna look out for my room, and make sure that they don't fall in. I mean, because we're already on this train of deception in the first place. So some of us got on blindfolds, and then some of us don't got on blindfolds. So we can see different angles. Okay, and we got certain players in there. We haven't got there yet, but we got certain players in there, like E Snake, the HEAR, and the other letter is not allowed in my chat at all. We call him E Snake. So that's E Snake. Okay, so this is the first thing that we have far as like skill set, and we say who has the best. So when you determine fighting, you want to understand who has the best front foot. That's very important, because and a lot of people don't talk about front foot because they don't understand front foot. The only thing they understand about front foot is to have front foot outside your opponent's front foot, but they don't know how important front foot. Okay, so front foot. So the second one, of course, is going to be back foot. Okay, now this is going to be the 18 physical points. Okay, now when you in a pocket or you're against the ropes, you have what I call, this is parallel feet. Parallel feet. So that's number 3. So 1, 2, 3. You should have 3 already. And we're still on lower body, so right now we're talking about lateral movement. So the lateral movement, that's number 4. And then you put those together, which you come up with a fifth one, and that's overall boxing stance. That means your boxing stance looks good. That your overall your boxing stance, it looks stable. It looks strong. Like nobody's gonna just maul over you. Boxing stance. Okay. Now, as far as your hands and your abilities to guard your body, who has the best ability to guard their body? That's number 6. Number 7 is who has the best high guard. That means your hands are up. You're holding 2 phones. Your hands is up. Right? And now another defensive move will be who ducks better. You know, can you go under? Can you slip and go under? And then the next one after that will be when you move away from a punch. Who moves away from punches better? Or who gets cracks and then their face starts showing it and they end up with a bunch of scar tissue all over their face because they've been getting cracked in the face. Okay? And then here's another one. It's turning your body away from a punch. Not a shoulder roll, but just turning your body like, you know, you can angle away from a punch. Okay, so the next one is throw punches on the move. And that's throwing punches on the move. See? And then also, now who has the best jab? That's the next one. The best jab. Okay, so don't think this is one thing. This is 2 things. Now, who uses the jab more effectively? Doesn't mean if you got the best jab, doesn't mean that you use it effectively all the time. Some people really have a good jab and they don't use it effectively. So that's the next one in my chat, right? Okay. And so next one, so the next punches we going for is the placement of power punches. Who places the power punches more effectively? And then we're going back. So you can divide this up any way you want to. You can divide this up into defense and offense, or you can just keep it just like that. And the next one, because the next one is a defensive move, and it's parrying or knocking punches down. The most effective. Who's the most effective at knocking punches down? Okay. And then because you got to go to my video where I was talking about Pacquiao, the first one, the long one, that's about 2 hours, and then on that one, I'm not going to cover that one in here. I'm just not going to cover because then I won't have no time if I cover that one in here. I'm not going to be able to cover that one. You guys get that one, and then then I'm going to give you a visual there, and the visual is going to be on a visual on Ring IQ. Okay, so this is number 16 here. And that's who's effective when they're being aggressive. Like when they're coming at you, who's more effective? And judges look at that. They call it effective aggressiveness. Okay. Now, who together with all the stuff that you put together. Now, these are still separate. Don't add them with anything else. This number 17 is just the better offense when you look at it. The better offense. Who has the better offense? And then the last one will be who has the better defense all around. And that's the 18. And our best score was 12-6. My score was 16-2 because I gave Sean parallel, in which I was listening to KQKC, and he was saying that too, more or less. He just broke it down a little bit different because he was telling Earl don't get up, don't get up against the ropes, the parallel feet, and that's how you get to when you're in there, you get to dig. And then I had him as ducking better. Because Earl don't usually have to duck, because Earl is he's gonna impose his boxing and will. He's gonna impose his will all over you. You know what I mean? So that's what Earl does. Okay, so thank you again, Don Dada, for having me to bring that up. You guys come visit the EaglesWebbs. Yeah. EaglesWebb, you guys come see. And we talk about Yeah. I'm gonna get back to you. LJ fight. I get to you. Yeah. Well, we're looking. I'm gonna get to you right now. Cause you say the LJ fighter said all this is left to opinion. They don't fight the fights on paper. Let's see in the ring. You're right. They don't fight it on paper. And let's see in the ring. And we are going to see in the ring. And then once we see in the ring, guess what? We don't leave nothing out. No matter what happens, it's going to be discussed in here. You know, it's going to be discussed in here. We still going to discuss that. Nobody's going to shy away from that. Right now, we're putting it on paper because that's going to help some of the people. Everybody hasn't been in boxing. So what that's going to do is that's going to help some of the people understand and have things that they can look at when they're looking at a fight. It might give them a different perspective of how they've been looking at fights. They might say, you know what, I didn't look at that during the fight, or I don't usually look at that. Thank you for bringing that up. Thank you for bringing it up. Now I got something else to look at when I'm judging fights, because I might have been judging some fights wrong when I was judging fights. See, so that's all this does. We know it's paper. Everybody in here, we know it's paper. See? Yeah, I covered that B&B. I think I said that about Sean. Yeah. Yeah. Different energy. B&B say just call him MFer. I said Earl got a good jab. I just finished. He snaps it out there. Yeah, he got strong jabs. Right, he got strong jabs and stuff. Don, there's no problem on that. You know we fam, man. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Because I know how this chat go. You know, I have probably one of the smallest chats, but my people dedicated when they come in here, they like to chop with EaglesWebb, so I like to chop with them. Okay, and we share, you know. But that energy is that whole energy to me. It's like a fake energy. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? It's too late in this process for you to be trying something completely different like that. And like I said, this is Eagle Face's perspective on things. Okay, this is my opine. I mean, everybody can have their own opinions. Everybody can have their own opinions. But you know what? When it's done, after the event is done, after the show is done, guess what? Then we can come and we can compare and we can look and see if the points had any relevancy to the fight. Or did somebody change the whole narrative on us when they fought? Because last time, Sean changed the story on us. And look what it ended up costing. Okay, on paper, Sean is what? Mauler, brawler, tackler type. People call him all kinds of stuff. When he fought Ugas, what was he? Was that a different energy? And if that was a different energy, if anybody in here agrees that was a different energy, and then he's having another energy now, what do we have to look for? I know he's going to fight because he has that makeup to fight, to be a warrior and fight. But to keep reinventing yourself for the last couple of fights, does anybody in here feel like that's a good thing or a bad thing? Tell me. If you think it's good, tell me. Tell me that, oh yeah, he's trying new stuff. Say that in boxing. That he's trying new stuff in boxing. Is boxing the sport or a competition that you go and just try new stuff out on a killer? Okay. I want to hear from my chat. I got my scholars in here. I want to hear from you on that one. But for me, I'm calling that the Porter face of deception. And it's not just for this fight. It was from the last fight. So for EaglesWebb Boxing, it's the Porter face of deception. And that's what it is. See? Yeah, if somebody got something different, then let me know. Yep. You guys get the screen yet? You guys get the screen? So what we're looking at is these snakes led by E-Snake. And like I said, on this train of deception that we own, some of us with the blindfold on, and some of us say, you know what, I got to open my eyes and find out. I'm not going to just be taken for a ride like this. It's like, no, what they say, no, dog, I'm a grown ass man. You ain't going to just be taking me for no ride like that. You know, like we children, like little kids. Like I was mentioning the other day, I said, yeah, your baby girl, your baby boy, yeah, when they little like that, you know, they fresh, you know, 9 months, 10 months like that, or even up, you know, past that. They do what they want to you, right? They hurt you sometimes. Poke you all in the eyes because they just getting used to using them hands and grab your hair and everything else. They do what they want to. But you're a grown-ass man. And you letting some grown-ass men and media and everything else take you for a ride. You don't even know them. You ain't even with them like that. It's like, we're not even like that. And they taking us all over the place. Deceiving us with locations, deceiving us with fights. Oh, this person gonna fight. And it's not just fooling the fans with just the E-Snakes in his regime. It's also these fighters. Because these fighters are doing what? These fighters on all kinds of stuff. These fighters taking drugs, illegal drugs and all types of stuff. Just to get an edge. And the reason they need that edge is because they say they want to fight. Remember those three things, those mental things? Now you put it on paper, you say it's an opinion and it's on paper, but here it is. You want to fight, right? Do you have enough warrior in you to fight? And can you go out there and finish this guy? Now how many fighters you see without that now? Covering up, holding, avoiding fights, saying that people's too old. If we mention Ortiz. Or somebody doesn't have enough fans. All that's deceptions. When you say somebody don't have enough fans, I don't care how many fans you got. Am I gonna get paid? Because my number one thing in professional boxing is way before the ref come and tell you to protect yourself at all times. And that's a prize. You see what I mean? That's the first thing, is that prize. Now, if you're not in it for the prize, then why are you in it? So that's number one thing. And if you can get a big prize, when you want the big prize, I'm sure everybody knows about these game shows and stuff, and they give you all these choices. They ask you if you want what's in this little small box, or you want what's in that big box. Now a lot of people just on the value of looking at it, picks that big box all the time. Now, sometimes the big box is not the prize, but guess what? If you knew what was in both of those boxes, which one would you accept? If you knew what was in that big box was like a trunk of money, and in that little box was just like a shoebox full of money, which one would you take? All hundreds too, in case somebody wants to get clever and say the big box had nothing but fake dollars in it, or $1 bills, and the other one had $100 bills in it. No, they both stacked with hundreds, okay? Which one you gonna take? See? Let me get back in here. Super Ray back in there. Super Ray said, I feel the greats had consistency and mastered their craft. That's a good point. They had consistency in but you know, on that one, Super Def Ray, on that one there is what it is that the older fighters, and we'll see, I know I'm not going to be able to even cover everything, but the older fighters had the willingness, they had the craze enough to want to fight anybody who called them out. It wasn't no problem. It wasn't no promotional problem and nothing like that. It said no problem. He want to fight? Let's make this fight. Do the fans want the fight? Like I said before, the only people that's fighting, the only ones that really fight, who they say they're going to fight now, is WWE wrestlers. And we know how phony that is. They the only one that fight. They call each other out and fight. Our so-called, everybody, you sit there and throw your hat in there for your fighter, and then later on you find out he's not even what I thought he was. And I know there's a lot of people in here that was Keith Thurman fans. I know it's a lot. But you know what? I'm never really have been a fan of boxers a lot of times. Until I have to really see them. I have to see their makeup. Because I be looking, I stare at them. I got to look and see, wait a minute, this guy. But you know who I always like, no matter what? It's always like the Bronze Bomber. Deontay Wilder. I always liked him. Because it was different. And I could see something in him. I could feel it. You know? And also Earl. I see something in Earl. There's certain fighters that I just see something in. But we're going to see, because everything's on paper. Like we said, everything's on paper. Until it's done, everything's on paper. B&B Boxing says, no, it looks like he was trying to find a style suitable for fighting Earl when he took the Ugas fight. So you're saying that he was already looking forward to fighting Earl? Because, I don't know, in my estimation, I thought he should have been fighting Earl even before Mikey fought Earl. The way he's talking, like, okay, Earl got the belt now. The way he's talking, I don't know. We're going to see, though. Like I said, the good thing about our position is we get to watch, and then we get to come back, and then we get to assess everything. All our points. So I'm going to see if my 16-2, and that's not odds, far as physical skill set, and my 3-2, far as mental makeup, we're going to see if it comes into play. And I really don't even want anybody, if it comes out the way that I say, nobody has to say I was right or nothing like that. Just say, that, good call or whatever. Or just, because we're going to talk about this. We still got what? We got 6 weeks, but we're going to talk about it. A little bit less than 6 weeks now, I think, or just exactly 6 weeks. But we're going to talk about it. Okay, Don Donda in here. He said, I don't think it's a good idea for fight week. He said, but now he's selling the fight. You said that you don't think it's a good idea for fight week, but now he's selling the fight. Oh, okay. Well, anybody agree with Don Donda that the fight need to be sold? by Sean? And Sean can't sell out a family dinner? No, I'm stopping. Sean can't sell out a family dinner? No, I'm just kidding with that. Yeah, B&B Boxing back in, he said, yeah, Ugas just not as effective with it, and doesn't punch as hard. Yep. But I don't know, B&B, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's good to be in our position. Because if you have a certain room of people, you're going to have a lot of people. You're going to have a lot of people that's going with Ugas. And then you're going to have a lot of people that say that, that Sean did the thing. You see? So we'll see. We'll see how that, like I said, we'll see how it pans out, We're gonna see how it pans out. I'm skipping through these things, but yeah, we're on the Porter
EaglesWebb boxing.
and yeah, just showing all my little stupid streams right here. I didn't save something that I needed to save for in order to put it up because I had my lines up there. Yeah. So fans getting food. Manny Pacquiao was saying that, I mean, they're saying that they had a narrative that Manny Pacquiao was, like the new greatest, and now it's something that I can't even cover right now. I can't even cover this one, but they were saying about Mayweather being the greatest because the numbers. Oh my goodness, they just threw Muhammad Ali under the bus. He hasn't been gone that long. They just threw him under the bus with all these different things talking about all these fighters just the greatest. But for me, when it comes to professional fighting or just fighters period, well, to me my father was the greatest. But when we talk about these professional fighters, I got to stick with Sugar Ray Robinson. Even when they talk about punching power. Because when they talk about punching power, a lot of people say this fighter has a one-punch knockout power. But guess what? Sugar Ray Robinson had one-punch knockout power. And so what's the narrative today? There's no rehydration clause. So now your fighter who was fighting welterweight, middleweight, or whatever, gets to come in heavier. Guess what? Sugar Ray Robinson fought his weight and walked around at his weight. He didn't rehydrate to 190 and nothing like that. Because if he had done that, and you check it out for your own self, because I don't need to check it out, then he went over to Europe. He had 5 fights in less than a month and had 4 knockouts. How much recovery time did he have? Now, the subject being now is the fighters of the past versus the fighters of today. No recovery time. Did he have one of those little cryo chambers to go in and get so he can get all cold and soothe the muscles and stuff? Did he travel with a masseuse and a physical trainer and all that? A doctor and all that? 5 fights, 4 knockouts, less than 30 days. Who's the greatest? Huh? Over 200 fights, over 100 knockouts. Here's the main thing. Here's the kicker right here. He didn't like boxing. But we love him. But he didn't like boxing. A fighter who didn't love boxing, didn't like boxing, did all that. And you got fighters today that pretend like they love boxing, own all kind of PEDs and everything else, and still won't fight. If these ain't the cowardly lying ass fighters, I don't know who is. Matter of fact, now that we did that first segment about the sheep and lions clothing, you probably gonna start putting a sheep face with a lot more fighters. Like I said, we could have covered that for hours. Everybody could have brought up a good point on that. We could have covered that for hours. Yep. Okay, Super Ray, I see you blowing up my chat. Let me see what you got here. I would say women UFC fighters do too. Okay, well that's women UFC fighters, but that's for another day. I don't stay into the UFC. I got out of that. I had some friends and stuff in that. I still do, but I'm not really into that right now. So I don't really keep up with that. It's EaglesWebb boxing. Y'all know how we do it. Yeah. And B&B boxing back in there. He says, "We'll see how Earl deals with Sean." Yep, that's what we doing. We sitting back, we waiting. I'm gonna be right there looking. I'm gonna be right there looking in their face. I'm gonna see how he deal with them. I'm gonna look, like I said, I'm gonna look for everything. My 18 points, I'm definitely looking for that, and also a little bit more. And plus, I'm looking at face. Even the ring walk, I'm looking at everything. Nobody better not be shaking or nothing. I'm looking at every single thing, all the details. I'm looking at. Right? He said he going to beat Sean 9-3. Or didn't he? Okay, that's Jay Cooley. And then Jay Cooley dropped down. He says, maybe stoppage. Yeah. And then Don Donna on page with me. He said Sugar Ray. He said hashtag number 1. Or number 1. Right? And here we go. He says, you know how much that stuff costs? He says, how many fighters can really do that? That's the LJ fighter. Well, the LJ fighter, I'm talking about the ones that's on top. Believe it or not, Sugar Ray Robinson used to carry an entourage. That's where that name comes from. It's actually a French word, but he was the one that honed that word. He's the one that owned up to that word and was the first to have like a big entourage around him. He had people that he supported. I mean, we can go into it, but he wasn't the best, with his business, but he just loved his people. You know what I mean? Sometimes he had to give his whole purse to just his entourage, the people that was with him. So he didn't get none of the money. But he didn't have to pay for nothing either, though. Because the champ could get in that pink convertible Cadillac and drive down Broadway in New York and stop everything. Make that big city of New York stand still. How many fighters today can do that? Even though they want to crap on the older fighters. But we got into this whole thing about this, and I'm trying to explain to people, which is hard to explain to youngsters because they just don't get it. That man is not the most superior physical specimen on this earth. And all the other specimens that are greater and more powerful than man, they don't evolve to become even stronger and stronger and stronger and bigger. They don't. Because of man's manipulation or what he does, like with the HGH and all this other stuff, he manipulates man's genes and makes man bigger and stronger. You supposed to be a copy of who had you. You're going to have different, what they call traits, but you're supposed to be the same. Because if things were to be that way, then you would have lions that weigh 2 tons by now. You'll have elephants that weigh 100 tons by now. It doesn't work that way. Things follow with the seed. Whatever seed is planted, up come that fruit. A redwood is probably one of the biggest trees on this earth. Comes from a real small seed. But the information in that seed makes that tree to what it is. We are what we are. So, you might have better training regimens or what you feel is better. But guess what? If you didn't have that DNA makeup, the one that they call DNA makeup, the genes from a great, and you could do as much as you can physically or whatever else, if you don't enhance yourself with HGH, PEDs or something else, then that fighter that comes from that seed, in boxing they call it a certain cloth, come from that seed, if he comes with a greater skill set, no matter all the training you did, it's not going to matter. Because we can look at this artificially made champ that came from England, which I didn't want to keep getting on. This artificially made champ, he looked the part, he talked the part, but we know he's just a giant sheep in lion's clothing. See? So all that bigness and all that stuff that you artificially put on, guess what? That's not the goods. Because then, if we still goes back, we're going to always go back to those 3 important mental things. I want to fight. I'm going to warrior up and go get this done. And I got that killer crazy ass instinct. Wilder has that killer crazy ass instinct Earl Spence, y'all just don't know. You don't see it because he calm, huh? He got that crazy shit in him too. He's crazy. He loves to hurt you up. You got to prove to him that you can hurt him. And this is my point. This is on paper. Sean cannot and will not put something on Earl that Earl ain't going to just turn around and put back on him. We're going to watch and see. We're going to come back in the chat. Get back in my chat. That's all I got to say. Get back in my chat. That's what we do. We just get back in my chat. Once it's done, it's done. No. I'm just saying the LJ5, they do that. They crap on their roots. You know what I mean? People crap on their own roots. You got roots. Without the roots, the tree fall. And that's just the way that, that's a whole nother subject. But that's the way people is being raised up today. They being raised up in a way to where they don't respect where they came from. No matter what is done, you got to respect where you come from still. You respect where you come from. That's why they even call it a family tree. You don't sit there and just break branches off and chop the roots out and stuff, and you'll still expect that tree to stand. Because believe it or not, there's people in here, some of the ones that's on the wall, you know what they do? Is they stay on that wall. Because guess what? I was one of those that stayed on the wall too. I used to go in all these chats. I'd be right on the wall. I don't say nothing. But guess what? Nobody invited me off the wall. You know what they invited me to do? They invited me to hit them up with some money. And they invited me to hit the bell icon and subscribe and everything else. And I subscribe. See? And that's what people do when people come in here. See? You guys are participating. But when you watch the replay, you're going to see that there was more people in here. You're going to see that there was a lot more people in here. But you're participating in the chat. But there was a whole lot more people up in here. You see? And I'm not going to sit here and get certain stuff twisted up with the science and all this old stuff. No, that's all man doing. Man's always trying to manipulate stuff. He's manipulating the food that you eat. So the fighters of the past had greater food because man didn't have that. His mind was not set to make GMOs and all this other stuff, in which we discussed that too. Everything I'm bringing out today, because this is more like a wrap up. So go back. I'm just asking you, you don't have to. Look at some of the videos. Look at a little bit. Look at all of it. And decide there. Or get some more information there. See? Because a lot of these things, they have to be discussed in length in order for some people to understand. Some people understand right away, and then some people just don't. Okay, I know I'm way behind the chat. I'm sorry, y'all. You said that's a bold statement about the greatest. Yeah, if you're gonna say Mayweather's the greatest, of course. I mean, that dismisses me. You know how they say miss me? Somebody say miss me. All that stuff is just miss me. You know what I'm saying? You know, miss me with all that stuff. I don't want to hear all that. Yep. Yeah. There you go, Super Def Ray. You right about that. Today's fighters versus yesterday. He said it's just a difference between raw power and versus enhanced power. Yeah, that enhanced stuff gets you killed, is what it's gonna get. And what happens once they get off of it? What happens when they get off all that stuff? You guys already know what happened to them. I don't want nobody's in EaglesWebb boxing chat is gonna be stupid to think that if you enhance yourself with something, that later on in life it's not gonna come back and get you. Yeah. He said, "Who don't?" Don Dada said, "Who don't clown?" He said, "Who don't clown, Leon?" Yeah. I'm out here I'm out here in the Cali right now. Yeah. I want to get out of here, but I'm out here. I got people out here, so I want to be out. I want to be out here with my people here. I travel, but I'm not gonna be able to travel that much for the rest of this year. But hopefully I'll be able to come out and see some of y'all. If you guys in the Midwest, I got people in the Midwest. I got people in the East. I got people up and down. So I'm gonna try to get out and maybe we do face to face. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to get out of here. Yeah, Pop's from Newark and Mom's from Midwest. So yeah, like that. But I'm gonna try to get out of here and come see y'all. We're going to talk face-to-face about some of this stuff. LJ Fighter says fighters by and large have to train the same way they did 60 years ago. Sports medicine and recovery is far advanced. Now, see, yeah, and I covered that yesterday, the LJ Fighter. Yeah, I covered that yesterday. I said the thing that boosted up was the medicine, or I said the recovery. I said, yeah, they got those cryo chambers and everything else. And also the rest period, too. The rest period. They taking all these rests. Man, I just mentioned it. Nobody heard me. Only one heard me was Don. Don Dada, only one heard me. When I said Sugar Ray fought 5 fights, less than 30 days, right? Less than 30 days. Think about it. At a weight class. No rehydration to be blowing up, getting all big and stuff. He had to make all them fights. 4 by knockout. What more do you want? He went 5 for 5 with 4 knockouts. And believe it or not, I don't like to keep bringing this up. Sugar Ray Robinson does have a body on his record. He got a body on his record, guess what? With 1 punch, he got a body on his record. For those who, doubted his punching power. Okay? So, stop it with the coming in here thinking that you got the edge on somebody or whatever. Even if y'all don't care, if you got more boxing knowledge, more boxing training, more boxing skill than me and my family, then that's fine. Then that's what you got. But you in my chat, I do it a little bit different in EaglesWebb. I do it a little bit different. I want my people knowing. My people that come mess with me, they mess with me, I mess with them. If you don't want to mess with EaglesWebb, don't mess with EaglesWebb. But my people who come in here, they want to mess with me. But if you don't want to mess with me, go mess with somebody else. Go talk about some old fantasy stuff and go do something else. My boy Don Dada back. Part of my web holders. He said Eagle. He said Eagle bringing that. He said hit that. He said bringing that bell. He bringing that the reason to hit that bell icon. He said it's fire. He said it's fire on that mic, and he got the flag up. Yep. Shadow Nest 79. He said, I agree with you on that. Super Def Ray say, I feel you. It's hard to summarize the changes from yesterday to today. You got that right. Whole lot more people get these likes up. There you go. Tell them, Don. He said get those thumbs up in here. Yeah. So see, now that's a whole. Don't say that, LJ Fighter. I respect you, man. Don't say that, because I'm not saying so you one of these guys that say they're all on steroids. And you say, come on, man, is anybody out there hearing me with that narrative? Is anybody hearing me say something like that all the fighters today is on steroids? I'm gonna put it to you like this though. Has anybody ever heard of something called snacks? Right? Is that being pushed? Has anybody ever heard anything called powder, protein powder, and BCAAs? Has anybody ever heard of something like that? If you go to, they got a place, I don't know if they have it where you live, it's called General Nutrition Center. The earth is the, see, I don't even want to go all these places, man. We can't even get everything covered. The earth was created to be a general nutrition center. But now we're going to a general nutrition center to get what? All kind of vitamins and whatever. If you're an athlete, do they have an aisle for just athletes? Mass builder, right? They got stuff that It is supposed to be opening up your arteries and bring more blood and more this and more that. Okay, now you might not be on steroids, but are you trying to enhance yourself? And no, I never said that everybody was on steroids. I don't go like that. But I guarantee you, a lot of people, I'm older than a lot of people just in this chat. I guarantee you that nobody's in here is going to outlift me. And I haven't even lifted in a long time. I guarantee you that. And I'm not 19 years old. What's your best at this? What's your best at that? Well, I never done a whole lot of like squats and all that, but I did powerlifting. And my best squat is probably 6 on each side. My best bench press is a little bit over 5 on each side. My dead is not that good. My dead is about 5 on each side. No protein powder. No BCAAs. None of that. Come on. Here we go, Cypress. Cypress said, also you got to take into account the dog, the heart, the aggressiveness in the fighter. Yep. Many less skilled fighters have outwilled the superior opponent. And that's the whole key right there. Just like Salido beat Lomachenko. And that's the whole key right there. So all that set, just like I said, my 18 points, what overwhelms those 18 points if you have those three mental points, and that's what overwhelms that. That's what gives you that edge right there. And Cypress Hill is 100% correct on that. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, greatness is earned. You can't buy it, that's right. Sir Flame in here. Oh, Sir Flame. Oh man, y'all see who in here, right? I salute you, brother. Oh my goodness. Shadow Knight. You salute the Sir Flame. Oh man, Sir Flame, you didn't come back, man. The whole chat just exploded yesterday. Threw everybody out. The last thing I seen is somebody said, "What happened?" That was the last thing I said. The LJ fight. I know he said that was the 1940s, my dude. You think that was a great way to go through life? I mean, yeah, he fought. You didn't hear anything I said. I said he didn't even like the fight. He was fighting for his family. Who else does that ring any bells today? Is there a champion that we have? Is our heavyweight champion? Was he fighting? Is he fighting for family? Was he even going to be a fighter? Is this the 1940s or is this 2019? We still got fighters out there right now that's fighting for family and everything else. And you saying how much was he getting paid? You know how much he was getting paid? Sometimes he was getting 60% of the gate. Is that business sense? That's money. 60% of the gate. He was getting money. He was letting go of his money a lot. But I'm not here to just talk about him. I'm just saying. And you're saying that's the 40s? I don't know, man. A lot of stuff that's coming out of the responses right now, man. It's sounding a little suspect to me right now, man. Trying to keep this chat going in a proper sense, man. There's fighters that still fight for they. Have you heard of a fighter named Ortiz? Huh? He's fighting for his daughter too. And because he's getting laid up there. You said I can't compare Sugar Ray's day and today. It's like apple. Yeah, you're right. It is apples and apples. I'm glad you put it right. It is apples and apples. And I do. And I'm going to compare them to today. I'm still going to compare them to today. You take your opinion, and I respect that. You keep that one. I'm gonna keep mine, because I know that the animals don't change. Man manipulates stuff to change it. There's no other creature on this earth that manipulates other creatures to change them, but man. But I'm not getting into all that. That should be plain and simple once I say it. There you go. Supplements. I'm going to read what you say. I'm still reading it, Sir Flame. I see what you say. He said you was afraid of it. Yeah, man. I see. I know you here. He said, yeah, we had those difficulties. I covered it, man. You got to come back. You got to look at the replay. I covered what I was talking about when it came to Ruiz. I talked about it in the beginning of the chat. I was trying to divide this into segments and stuff. Guess what? I just couldn't. I don't know. I told you this chat be going, man. I couldn't. Well, put it this way: I'm not gonna be able to cover everything because I gotta get ready for work too. Because I had some bonus stuff that I wanted to go over, but don't look like I'm gonna be able to hit. I'm not gonna be able to hit that. The bonus stuff that I wanted to cover. Yeah. No, I'm in no way. And people that mess with me, they know that I'm not talking anything about that. All the fighters today is on PEDs or something. But you got to think about what a PED. What does that mean? Does that mean performance enhancing drug? Is aspirin a drug? Just because you don't have to go to the doctor to get it, don't mean it's not a PED. And a BCAA is a PED. Snacks is a PED. Sorry, it might be a legal PED, but it's still the same damn thing. Okay? Always got to be one, man. Always got to be somebody to try to this slick, man, with the slick tongue, man. I know about slick tongues. I know about slick tongues. I've been around the devil long enough. Okay, Rui said he fights for family. Not they ain't gonna, so they don't have to struggle. See, wasn't I just saying that? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Shadow 9. Yeah. When we came back in the chat and then today, yeah, I tried to clear up everything from yesterday because, like I said, we had a major. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna go through the same conversation that I went through yesterday because I was playing around with Surf Flame, and we was just about to get into something heavy, and something just threw everybody out the chat. All right, Macadon, all right. I see you up in here. That's my family right there. Okay, I see him. Aho, brother. Waicho. Kwanamo kwai no oa. Ishi oada ete. Chokai. Yep. My Aho bless. The Creator bless everybody. Bless the ones that deserve the blessing. And pull the rug from underneath the ones that you need to pull the rug from underneath. Yep. He would. All right. You know I see you, E-Wood. I don't know what happened to you. Yeah. I don't know what happened to you. But I talked to you earlier. I chatted with you earlier. You said you're gonna be in. He said, I'm gonna be there. That's native time though. If we say we're gonna be somewhere, that we just mean we're gonna be there, that day. Yeah. Nah. The LJ fighter, if you say I'm making your point, I'm not trying to make your point. I'm trying to make my point. I'm just saying I'm gonna compare and when you say I'm not gonna see, nobody's gonna slick talk me and make me think the PEDs is just something that's illegal and that the doctor give you. If anybody in there in this whole chat agrees with me that a PED, something that's supposed to be a performance enhancing drug, that it doesn't have to be prescribed, and many people are on them. If anybody agree with me, give me a thumbs up. That's all I want to say. If anybody in there agrees with me, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that, Shadow 9. Don Dada, I appreciate that. Ivy Webb, I appreciate that. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Super Def Ray, bunch of thumbs up. Cypress Hill, thumbs up. That's exactly what I'm saying. These are enhanced fighters. But guess what? You can't enhance, and this is where they made the mistake when they try to take over my people. One thing you can't do is you can't take the spirit. You can mix up races and everything you want to. The ones they call races, the nations, you can mix them up all you want to. But the one thing you never can mix up, you can't mix up a spirit. So I don't care. You can mix up any kind of witches potions that you want to. You can mix all this stuff up. You can make all these things you want to. The D-balls and everything else, you can mix all this stuff up. But you're not going to mix up that heart, that spirit. You're not going to mix that up. And that's my point. They PEDs. And not just fighters that own them. I go to the gym, and that's all I hear. And that's all I watch. I watch people, they walk up to the front, and they grab themselves a bottle of PEDs. Talking about pre-workout, I need this. And I'm just looking at them with their little formulas, blue, green, red. They just got them on all kind of colors. That's not what the earth provided for you. The earth did not provide all these different colors of pre-workouts and all this stuff. They did not, the earth didn't put that forward for you. That's all man-enhanced stuff that they making up. Okay? And just by having to go through that kind of just like, that took a lot of my time, in which I'm not, I don't want to block nobody or throw nobody out, but I'm not going to be spending my time on something like that, because it takes away from what we're trying to do, because I want, my chat is new. It's probably one of the newest chats. And I get a lot of positive responses from what I say to people. A lot. And I want to keep it that way. And I want to keep people, looking at stuff from a different angle. I don't have to be 100% right, which I'm not 100% right about everything. But I try to bring perspective. A different perspective. I'm not nobody else's chat. I'm my chat. I'm EaglesWebb boxing chat. And this is just my way of doing it. And if somebody is appreciated, you can subscribe. You can give me a thumbs up. You can come down off the wall and say hello, or give us a response. But this is just the way we do it. This is the way we do it. Yeah. Metaki you up, hey. All right, I see you gave that thumbs up. Mark it down 1. Wow, 3 times the combo. Uh-oh. Is Sir in here? Sir Flame, you in here? Sir Flame, you in here? Look underneath Macadam 1 and see, and you'll see somebody in here that you be having business with sometime. Yeah. Yeah. Super Death Ray says is not to say anyone is wrong or right, but let's face it, change isn't always for the best. Yep. You got that right. Yep. Donna laughing. You see Donna crying. Donna, you see what happened, huh? Donna, you see him? I know everybody there. Everybody see him right now. Everybody know what happened. But I'm waiting. I'm just, man. Somebody ring Sir Flame's bell, man. Is he still around? I hope he in here, man. I hope Streamlabs didn't, cause he got some stuff up I ain't never even seen before. He got a wrench up. He got a check mark. He says 3 times, and then he got a little square body. It says combo. He threw a 3-piece at Sir Flame, wrapped him up in the box, and threw him out or something, man. I hope Sir Flame's still here, man. That's straight up dirty right there, man. Ivy, you wasn't here, though. Sir Flame, oh, my goodness. My whole chat blew up. Oh, man. Streamlabs put hands on Sir Flame. So every time we see Streamlabs pop up, we like, what the hell's going on with Streamlabs? Streamlabs showed Ivy Webb much props. Gave her a thank you note and everything. But Sir Flame, Streamlabs just beyond Sir Flame, man. But like I said, we made it through. I covered a lot of the stuff that I wanted to. So, this was a success. So, yeah. I don't know why he in here. I don't know why he in here at all. Okay. Shadow 9, let me read what Shadow 9 got to say. He said, I'd like to say, I get all I need from the foods I buy from the supermarket. He said, but we all know most of this stuff is pumped full of chemicals. So I probably got a little bit of, of what Canelo got in him. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta stay you gotta stay vigilant. Everybody crying, everybody laughing because they know what's up. Look at E Wood. E Wood said it. It's the return of the Streamlabs. Yep. Everybody know, man. They got hey look, Streamlabs got everybody Streamlabs got all of us spooked. Streamlabs ain't no joke, man. Streamlabs come in here and be like, what? What y'all talking about? Is Sir Flame up in there? I said, no, Sir Flame ain't up in here. No, sir, boss. No, Streamlabs ain't. Streamlabs don't. Yeah. Streamlabs ain't no joke, no man. We can't mess with Streamlabs like that no more. Streamlabs come in here and put hands. So like I said, like I said the other day, Streamlabs come in here and put more hands than these fighters putting. Streamlabs put hands, feet, and wrench, and pull the rug from underneath your feet, and throw you out. Yeah, so Streamlabs don't be on that. Yep. Hold on a second. Yeah. We covered some good stuff this week. So anybody who hasn't, if you haven't subscribed and you like anything I say, you feel free to subscribe. Always can go back and look at some information. I feel like I put out some pretty good information. If you could either agree or disagree, whatever. I take all the criticism or the thumbs up. But like I said, I'm really gonna for people who enjoy what I say. Of course, I'm gonna always show my gratitude towards you. Because I appreciate when somebody comes through and they let me know that what I'm saying was on point to them, because it might not be on point to everyone. And that's what makes us different. Is But like I said earlier, what I don't like somebody trying to undermine me and slick talk. I'm the wrong one to try to slick talk. I'm not that one. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. Slick talking or, I've been through. I've been through the underground. I know what's up. So I've been through that slick talk and that that short period type of stuff, allegedly. So we'll just keep that somewhere else, and we'll just come in here. We'll just concentrate on getting those blindfolds off, riding this stupid train that they got the boxing fans on, because they got us on this train. Y'all know what it is. They got us on this train right here, and they just taking it any kind of direction. I just want some of us to have those blindfolds off so we can see, where we might be headed, because they're gonna tell us we headed one way, but then they're gonna switch it up on us. They're gonna play that switch up on us and have us going somewhere else. Yep. Uh-oh. What happened to super death rate? Yeah. I don't think he was saying nothing wrong. He just said limit the poisoning. I think he's talking about our consumption. I don't think he was being disrupted. Who's that put hands on him? Was that you down to put hands on him? Oh, I see. I didn't mean to ignore you. I didn't see you, brother. I was talking Stephen Lamontez Hawkins. Appreciate you coming through, man. Go ahead and hit that like. Yeah, we've been at it for a little while, man. I had to change. I had to change my program just a little bit, because things just that's how things just worked out. I was just trying to cover the week. We was trying to cover, some points on. You can go back and look at the replay and stuff. We was trying to cover some points on the physical aspect of boxing, what, things to look for, and then what kind of mental makeup to look for. And then we talked about the phony boxers right now wearing, the sheep that's wearing the lion's mask or lion's clothing. They dressed up like lions knowing they're nothing but sheeps. And then we talked about Sean, his new energy. That nobody believes his new energy. And then just how they got us on this train, fooling us and sending us in directions that we shouldn't be going in. Okay, Cypress Hill in there says you got excellent young fighters in their prime who only fight weight maybe 1-2 times a year, bloom into a fat body on their downtime. They taking all kinds of shit to get back. And you got that right. You already know. Because if you try to lose all the weight, it ain't going to be nothing but flubber on you. Yeah, they taking stuff, but you know what? Let's try to end that part of the discussion for now. Ivy, what you did allegedly, Ivy? You did something allegedly? Yeah. So let's like I said, let's leave that for some other time or for a different day, or somebody else's chat or something like that, because I think everybody on here, at least I got a lot of thumbs up, and I think a lot of people in here is educated enough to know that when they look at stuff, they're not going to just look past products, especially if you're going somewhere just to get something because you might be low on iron or something like that, because the vegetables don't have the iron in there, and you go to pick up some iron and you look at whole nother aisle and you see all these big old containers of this and big old containers of that, and it's talking about athletes and muscles and all that, and then you don't think it's something that's going to enhance you or something like that. But then again, enhancements is just that, enhancements. Okay, so we don't know what it's going to do in the long run. But anyway, that's like I said, it don't have to be over the counter to be a PED, and that's just how they got us, how they got people going. Yep. Yeah. Let's. All right, everybody giving shouts out. Okay. Yep. Tone Bangers. Oh, Tone Bangers had fell up in here. Hey, I miss people, man. I don't know, man. I got to talking. Tone Bangers, salute to you. I didn't know you had came through. Yep. I didn't know you had came through. Yep. Okay. Shadow 9 talking to Don Dada. No, that's what I'm saying, Shadow 9. I don't think he didn't say nothing disrespectful. He was following the chat. Ivy, I know what I said. I'm just messing. I'm just messing. Right? You know how you do. Yep. Yeah, no, he didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing with the disrespectful, man. Old itchy hammers, man. Old hammers. But somebody done oiled that hammer up or something. The hammer all slippery and shit. And y'all cracking skulls and stuff. And you didn't even need to crack skulls, man. Y'all sitting there cracking skulls, man. Don't crack. Please don't crack skulls if they don't need it. Especially when somebody just visits the chat, man. We had a visitor, man. That was my visitor, man. Now y'all done costed me a thumbs down. All right, King Louis, we see you. Salute, brother. Yeah, y'all done costed me a sub, man. Oh, he back in now. All right, he laughing out loud. Super Death Ray back in here. Yeah, y'all, man, y'all got all that. I don't know what y'all got. Done dipped your hands in oil or something. Oh, slippery wrenches. Yeah, warming up the hat camera. Yeah. Why you doing that? Shaking your head. There goes the sub. Well, you can still sub. Okay, you said you back. You said you didn't mean to try. You didn't mean to do that. He said he didn't mean to do that. Super Death Ray. He said I'm back. He said I didn't try to do that, fam. He said Streamlabs got at me. Yeah, Streamlab was had came back in, and I don't. And no, it's now. I'm gonna be honest. That's kind of shady though, because Streamlabs came in, and then we were just talking and chopping it up with Sir Flame, and then Sir Flame disappeared on us. You know what I mean? Because that one day, everybody who comes and messes with me, they know that Streamlabs, for some reason, the mod that I have for Streamlabs don't like Surf Flame. Be messing with Surf Flame, and then so I don't know what that's about. Yep, yep. I see you. Boxing conversation with Reggie Owens. Yeah, we still in here. Yeah, the EaglesWebb. Eagles supposed to be gone, man. We try to cover, we try to cover our stuff, and it's just like, things get. I don't know, man. Lately, I don't know what it is. Going into a Friday, a lot of things happened. I think we made some progress today, though. I think we talked about some things, though, and we might not have been able to. We didn't cover everything for the week, but guess what? Those videos are still up. Those lives are still up. So when you got time to just mess around the house, just go back and, just go back and check them out. This important thing to me for today, though, is our next big fight. At least for me, our next big fight is coming up. Salute to your main event, Mark. I see you. So that's probably one of the biggest things right there, is that our fight that's coming up, which is with EJ and Porter, is the thing that's really disturbed me. Is I don't dislike either fighter. I like both the fighters. So don't get me wrong. Don't think that I'm just thinking it's not gonna be washed. It's gonna be punishment though. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, it's on paper, because I know it's right. Because what we do, that's what we do in chat. We verbalize things in chat. So, yeah, it's verbal right now from us, or from me, your host. This is what's coming from me, is that I see a lot of punishment. And Sean can take a lot of punishment. But I see some punishment that probably somebody here might not see. I see it might be a little added. And I see a little added punishment that maybe somebody didn't expect in here, and that they wouldn't expect because they figured that, the two fighters is a little bit close. Lamont Peterson was real close with Errol Spence. Anybody watch that fight? I'm not saying Sean Porter is Lamont Peterson, but Errol Spence retired Lamont Peterson, even though Lamont Peterson came back and had another fight. Now, you can agree or disagree, but that's my opine, and that's what I'm saying right now. Okay? Is that Spence retired Sean? Wow. I hope it's not like that right now. And that might happen. But yeah, Peterson. You guys know what I'm saying. Maybe I was just having a flash right now. Woo. Maybe I was just having a flash right now. But this new energy, I don't see how this new energy, or this new inventing myself for the next couple of fights, or the fight before this one and then this one, I'm doing some kind of reinventing myself, and I'm about to fight somebody who's a monster. I don't see how that's going to be positive. And actually, I see that as being an edge being taken away. Any kind of edge that I might have had, it's like I'm taking my edge away that I might have had. Like, okay, I got a little bit of an edge right here. It's like I'm taking that away. And and for me, it's just not a good thought, speaking in boxing senses, for a fighter to do that going into this big of a fight. And it's bothering me a little bit. And it's bringing some of that nervousness that you get as a fan when you watch some of the fighters that you like. You understand? And for me, I just don't see it. I'm sorry. I'm not saying a wash, but hey, look, let your eyes see what happened. That this is not, I just don't see it being that, I don't see it being that good. You know what I mean? I just don't see it. I do not see it like that. All right. I shouted out to you, King. Oh, yo, you salute Reggie too, huh? You saluting everybody. There we go. Main event. Everybody know each other up in here. Oh, the regalia. Yeah, thank you, Mark. Main event, Mark. He understand. He understand. He put regalia in there. Look at that. Oh, you know native words, huh? He said that regalia is fire. Yeah, that's regalia. Hey, wait. My native channel. If anybody's interested, you guys add my native channel, Many Kind Hearts. I'll be in the desert. Um, we're gonna have an event coming up next weekend after this, and I'm gonna try to do a live on my native channel. I should have all my stuff. I sent a lot of my regalia, that's the name for native clothing is regalia. I sent it to it's in the cleaners right now. A lot of natives don't even know that. They don't know they can send their stuff to the cleaners. They wear it till it's just wore out. But I said, yeah, I just sent it to the cleaners. So I got a new I made a new big headdress and stuff. So yep, I got to go out there and represent the people. I'm gonna be burning up out there, y'all. So hopefully I'll be able to stream something nice for y'all. It's gonna be fire, and it's gonna be fire. I'm gonna try to bring you guys up close and personal with some natives. But usually it's hot out there. The coolest it's been, and you listen to my words when I say coolest. The coolest it has actually been when I went out there was 105, or was 105 or 108, something like that. Shadow Knight, no, I don't have a link to it. On the main event, Mark, do you have my link on you by any chance? No, but just look for just 3 words: Many Kind Hearts. Many Kind Hearts. I used to. Everybody knows my name, but I had to switch my name because it was close to this channel, the name, and YouTube was messing with me. They was blending up my channels, and they was like sending my live for this over there, and people couldn't come in, like KC couldn't come in, and people couldn't come in, and so it's just like it just wasn't a good thing for me. And then later we had to have these OBS systems, and so I had one that was actually called OBS system, and it was just killing. It was killing everything. The app wasn't working on my computer. It was just killing. And so if you look at my page, you keep seeing these things up there saying that we'll return, and I put a shout out to the LDBC up there where I said you can't stop this movement, and that's all I could do. I couldn't do no lives or nothing like that, but I finally got back on my feet, and I finally got going. And then yesterday, I don't know, we was going pretty good. I mean, I just about finished the show yesterday, and I was playing with Sir Flame because we had a problem with the Streamlabs mod. He was picking on Sir Flame, and we were all laughing, and I was just about to do a breakdown on these location changes, how they're trying to stress out Ruiz with all these different locations, where he's just saying, you know how people get you to the point where you just say F it, like that, you just go off. That's how they trying to get him. Because they can't mess with his skills, so they trying to mess with his head and stuff. And I was just trying to get into the explanation of that, and this whole thing just shut down on us. This blew everybody out. This snatched everybody out the room. It let me stay, but it just blew everybody out the room. And so that I came back, and we just talked for a little while, and then that was it. But then today I cleared it all up, and so we covered that today. So I covered the last part of what I was talking about yesterday. I covered that today, and then I made it through most of the stuff that I was going to talk about today. And then we end up talking about, then we got caught on this damn PED subject, and then boom, everything. Yep. What you say, Manny Vic? You say you F with it? Juan Panag and Make Mac peeps out here in New England. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Yeah. My one of my sides is right there. One of my sides is Iroquois. One of my sides is out there too. Yeah. That's my dad, Iroquois. So that's out there. Yep. E Wood in here. Main event. Okay. Main event, Mark, thank you. He posted it up. So if anybody's interested, my name, I got a few things on there, but it depends on how many events I can go to. Even has me doing some of my street stuff, but hopefully I can get me a native that's not going to be, something normal. I don't know what to say, normal or what, or somebody who can actually hold a camera without covering up the microphone and talking over it, and it is what it is. It still came out nice. Mark liked it. Ivy liked it. The last one I done, the one that when I went to Stanford, I did one over there. So you guys check that one out. The sound is not like it's not 100% great, but you get to see all the different people come in with their different regalias on, and even the kids. We got the babies. The babies come out with us and everything, and that's a nice big event. I didn't have a lot of footage on it, but I was blessed enough to have somebody to take what they took. So I look at it like that. So somebody did do something on it. Yeah. E. Wood, salute. Okay, let me see. The Streamlabs bot in here. Yeah, yeah, he was right now. He did. Mark, the Streamlabs bot. He came in here, and he did something. I don't know what he put up. I got to go back up. He put up some kind of symbol, man. He's putting some kind of. He says 3 times something. He put 3, and we was just talking to Sir Flame, and then he came in. He put up 3 times. And then he put up 3 times another square or something like that. And then we didn't hear from Sir Flame no more. Yeah, and then LJ Fighter said, yes, it's in here. Yeah, setting and Streamlabs. No, I don't have it set like that, King Louis. I don't have it set like that. I changed that. Everybody in here know that I changed it because the only thing I had set up, I had it set up for like the paragraph, and I didn't know that. And so I went back in and I changed that, and everybody's been writing everybody's been writing 3 or 4 sentences. Everybody's been writing 3 or 4 sentences, and nothing's been happening. It's been good. Everybody's been writing 3 or 4 sentences. But at first, that's what it didn't like about Sir Flame. It didn't like him putting all them sentences up. But now it's good. And then yesterday, we had that explosion yesterday though. Okay, yeah. Mark said it was real good. He said, yeah. He said it was. He said it was good. He said you could see all the regalia and the dancing. He said real well. You see Eagle out there. You see EaglesWebb out there. Eagle Face. You see me out there. On that one, I think I had on. I think I was wearing red that day. I think mostly I was wearing red. Yep. Yep. Yeah. But he's supposed to come in like what? Okay, I'm gonna tell you. The way it's set up right now is the Streamlabs mod bot. What he's supposed to do if somebody come out down off the wall, for instance, and they decide to sub, what he does, he comes down, he just congratulates them and thanks them, because that's all that happened because Ivy's on my other channel, but she wasn't on this. But when she subbed, that's what he did. But for some reason, I don't know, he just flipped out on Sir Flame, and then yesterday we don't know what happened. I don't want to mention the thing too much, because I don't want nothing to happen to us today. I mean, yeah, we kind of went overtime, but still, I didn't want nothing to happen. But yeah, we was covering. But that thing with Sean, I don't know if anybody agrees with me on that. I just don't. The new energy for me is just not. It's just for me, it's not a good thing. Especially we're just only 6 weeks away. So if he can get rid of that nervous energy, and I mean, I don't know what kind of a game plan his father can come up with. And I know it's going to be more with Sean, even if it's just a survival thing. It's going to be more in that with him. Because he got that warrior spirit and willing to take the punishment. And hopefully that doesn't happen. But yeah, hopefully everybody gets what I was saying about all these sheep boxers with the wearing the lion's clothing now. And they starting to expose themselves slowly. Joshua was the biggest one, and I know myself and a few other people were trying to tell people, hey, he's not cut from that cloth. That's fake cloth he got on. He just stole somebody's lion suit and put that on, and he got all these people over in the UK got him food, and so he's exposed And so we gonna start seeing these sheep that's wearing the lion's clothing. We gonna start seeing these boxes fall one by one. Everybody, and then all this other stuff with Eddie, with the snake, is we're gonna see all that stuff fall. All the words that he say. But anyway, don't never believe a snake anyway. So we're gonna see all that stuff fall. And then this ride that they got us on blindfolded, just taking grown men for a ride. Eventually we're gonna be able to see. We're gonna see straighter and straighter, straight through everything. You know what I mean? Because we on this side of the boxing game. They on the other side of the boxing game. But guess what? It's just like taxpayers, we the one pay. We talk about bags and how much somebody gets paid. Guess what? If you're a real smart fan, you should be saying, you know what, y'all just fight, man. Argue about that, just try to, argue the after the fact, the money that you get on the other side. Don't argue the money up front, the back end money. Just argue that or something like that. Because if they talk about high front end money, guess who's paying for that high front end? You as a fan. And guess what? If you get a garbage fight, guess who paid for it? You did. And you paid for it on all different levels. You paid for it on pay-per-view, or you was there at the fight, or you paid for it on some kind of stream. Guess what? That's us. We are the prize. For prize fighters, we are the prize. The ones who's paying. Yep. What you say he would? He would say ain't no plans. He's Porter can't do anything but make it a rough and ugly fight. But I don't see that. I can't see Earl getting roughed up. Because Earl, see the thing about what Earl loved, he liked to get roughed up. I mean, if you're gonna rough me up, but then that just makes him come back even more. If you start roughing him up. Whatever level you bring, he bring it more. Okay, that's the level you at? Okay, you at that level now? Then I'm at that level. And plus some. Then you go higher, then he go higher. That's how he play chess matches. You know what I mean? You both might start off as pawns, but when he get to that king status, that king, he got that queen right next to him. And the queen on the chessboard got all the power. He just start going up, up, and up. But anyway, like I said, this new energy with Sean, I'm not going for it. I don't know if any of y'all went for it. But I appreciate everybody who came through today, and you that came late. Just catch my stream. It should be up. The live chat part of it should be up. Probably, it may take an hour. It takes a while sometimes for it to save up. But it'll be up there, and then you could probably leave a comment or something like that. Yep. But like I said, I appreciate everybody coming in, and we'll do this again like we always do. I'm going to give a shout out like I always do to the LDBC. And I appreciate everybody to come in here and mess with me. Until another one, peace. I'll see y'all.